Hello class, welcome back. In this lecture we will solve some numerical based on corner point approach. So we have discussed about it in our previous video. Let's solve some numerical based on corner point approach. So a company produces two varieties of product. Variety A has a profit per unit 2 and variety B has a profit per unit 3 rupees. Demand of variety A is at most 4 units per day. So this is our constraint. At most 4 units, that means we can maximum produce 4 units. You cannot exceed more than 4 units. So that's why this constraint is of less than or equal to type constraint. Production constraints are such that at most 10 hours can be worked per day. At most 10 hours. Again, the maximum hours that is available is 10 hours. You cannot exceed above 10 hours, right? So that's why this is also in less than or equal to type constraint. 1 unit of variety A takes 1 hour to produce, but 1 unit of variety B takes 2 hours to produce. Okay, so this is production time. 10 square meter of space is available. So third constraint is of our space requirement. So 10 square meter is space available to store 1 day's production, and 1 unit of variety A requires 2 square meters, while 1 unit of variety B requires 1 square meter. So there are 3 constraints. One is demand, production time, and space. Formulate the problem of deciding how much to produce per day as a linear program and solve it graphically. So LPP is given. So first task is to formulate the problem. So as discussed in our previous video, to formulate the problem of such a descriptive type data, try to convert it into tabular form. Let's try to convert it into tabular form. So first task is to decide the decision variable. So what to produce? Here, if we ask the question what to produce, then variety A and variety B are the two product that two product are being produced, right? So let's assume that x1 is the number of units of variety A produced and x2 is the number of units of variety B produced. Now, as discussed earlier, write down the decision variable in the first row and all the constraint in first column. So our first constraint is production time, right? So product variety A takes 1 hour, variety A takes 1 hour to produce, and variety B takes 2 hours to produce. So that is mentioned over here, 1 hour to produce and 2 hours to produce, and maximum hour available is 10. So that is our resources 10. Second constraint is space. So 10 square meter of space is available. So resources is 10 square, and A requires 2 square meter. So that is 2 square meter. A requires 2 square meter and B requires 1 square meter. So that is our second constraint. Here also maximum available space is 10. Okay, so you cannot exceed above this limit. So these two constraints are less than or equal to type constraint. And the third constraint is for demand constraints. Then the variety of A is at most 4 units. So variety of A has a maximum demand 4 units. You cannot exceed up above 4. So third constraint is 4. So x1 is less than or equal to 4, right? Profit per unit of product A is given and profit per unit of product B is given. That is 2 and 3. So first constraint is production time. That is x1 plus 2x2 less than or equal to 10. Second constraint is space. That is 2x1 plus x2 less than or equal to 10. And third constraint is demand. x1 is less than or equal to 4. Right. Our objective is to maximize the profit, which is 2 unit for product A, 3 unit for product B. So maximize Z is equals to 2x1 plus 3x2, and non-negative constraint x1 and x2 greater than or equal to 0. So these are the constraints. Now let's start the problem. We have to plot all the constraints on x1 and x2 axis as per the methodology discussed in previous videos. Okay, So from this information, you must know how many units you require to plot on x1 axis and how many units you require to plot on x2 axis. So if you know that the maximum amount of x1 and x2 from this, and it will be very easy to decide the step size, that how much step size you required on x1 axis and x2 axis. So for that, I will suggest you divide the right hand side of the constraint with minimum coefficient. So here minimum coefficient is 1, divide the right hand side of constraint with minimum coefficient is 1. So maximum value of x1 is 10, maximum value of x1 is 10. Similar way, divide the right hand side of the constraint with minimum coefficient of decision variable, that is again 1, again here 10, and x1 is less than or equal to 4, so x1 equal to 4. So maximum limit you require is 10, 10. Okay, so you have to draw a graph in such a way that will cover x1 axis up to 10 units and x2 axis up to 10 units. So that's how you should start your graph. So let's say this is my x1 unit and this is my x2 unit. Okay, so again I have taken 10 units. So step size I have taken is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You can take according to your convenience. This is my first constraint, that is x1 plus 2x2 equal to 10. Now to plot this constraint, put value of x2 equal to 0. You will get the value of x1, that is 10. Mark that point over here, right? Similar way, put the value of x1 equal to 0. You will get value of x2, that is 5. So mark that point over here, connect this 2 point. Now this is a less than or equal to type constraint, or the feasible region will move towards origin, right? So this is a less than or equal to type constraint. So this line will move towards origin. So this whole region will indicates the this whole region will satisfy this constraint. You can check it by taking any random point over here and put it into the constraint, right? Now second constraint is our x1, 2x1 plus 3x2 equal to 10 again. Now you can easily plot it this straight line. Put value of x2 equal to 0, you will get value of x1, that is 5. Put value of x1 equal to 0, you will get value of x2, that is 10. So 5 and 10, connect these two line. Okay, so now this region will satisfy both the constraint, right? So let's say this is the region that satisfy these two constraints. Again, our third constraint is for demand, right? So x1 is less than or equal to 4. Again, it will move towards origin. So the region that will satisfy all the three constraints is bounded by these 3 lines, and this region is known as feasible region. Now mark the corner point of feasible region A, B, C, D, right? And find out the coordinate of A, B, C, D. Again, see, point A is on the x2 axis and point D is on the x1 axis. So you can easily find out the coordinate of these 2 points. Find out the coordinate of C and D, right? So point C is nothing but intersection of this and intersection of this. So solve these two linear equation, you will get the coordinate of C, and B is nothing but intersection of this and intersection of this. You can find out by solving these two linear equation. To solve these two linear equation, make a coefficient of decision variable same. You will get the another decision variable, and you can find out the coordinates. So let's list out the coordinates, right? So A has a 0, 5, that is obviously, and D has a 4, 0. Now C point has also 4, 2, B point has a 10 by 3, 10 by 3, and A point has a 0, 5, right? And our maximum objective function is 2x1 plus 3x2. Now put all the corner point into the objective function, and you will get the value of objective function. So that is 15, 50 by 3, 14 and 8. Out of this all the value, the maximum objective function is at point B, that is 50 by 3, right? So our optimum solution is at point B. The quantity of product A and B should be x1 equal to 10 by 3 and x2 equal to 10 by 3. So this is our optimal solution, right? Now let's solve another problem. So in this problem, maxima is z equal to 40x1 plus 35x2 and two constraints are there. So problem is directly given to you, no need to formulate it, right? So you need to find out the length on x1 axis and length on x2 axis. How many units you should write on x1 axis and x2 axis so that you can easily plot these two constraints. So again, our thumb rule is divide the right hand side to the minimum coefficient, that is 60 by 2, 30. One is found out by 30. Another one is 96 by 3, that is the 32. 96 by 3, that is 32. So maximum length we require is to cover up to unit 32. So accordingly select the scale. Let's say I have selected this 10, 20 and 30, right? Now to plot the first constraint, okay, 2x1 plus 3x2, put the x2 equal to 0. Put the x2 equal to 0, you will get x1. So x1 equal to 30, mark that point over here. Put the x1 equal to 0, x2 equal to 20, mark the point over here. Okay, second constraint, 4x1 plus 3x2, put x2 equal to 0, x1 is equal to 24, that point is over here, 24, and put x1 equal to 0, you will get x2 is equal to 32. So this is 32 somewhere over here. Okay, so this region is satisfied by these two constraints. Okay, so this is our feasible region. This is nothing but our feasible region that will satisfy these two constraints. Now find out the corner point of feasible region. So that is nothing but ABC. Since A has a coordinate of, A will lie on the x2 axis. So A has a coordinate of 0, 20 and C has a coordinate of 24C. So these two coordinate you already got it, right? You just need to find out the coordinate of B. So to find out the coordinate of B, just solve this two linear equation, right? You will get the coordinate of B. So here are the coordinates of A, B and C, right? A has a 0, 20, C has a 24, 0 and B has a coordinate 18 and 8. And our objective function is 40x1 plus 35x2. So put all the corner point value into the objective function and you will get the objective function value, that is 700, 1000 and 96. Out of this, maximum objective function is 1000. So our optimal point is point B and objective function value is 1000. So x1 equal to 18 and x2 equal to 8. So I hope this is clear now. This is the problem for you. Try to solve it, try to formulate it and solve it graphically, and write down your answer in the comment section. Okay, that's it. That's from all my side. Thank you very much.